Welcome to Debbie's Grill, where we talk about issues that matters to the state, void of politics, fear or favor. The national chairman of the NDC, Johnson Asiedu Nketia, says an NDC government will end the era of politically influenced recruitment into Ghana's security services. He said the party will institute a transparent, merit-based system where competence and qualification, not political connections, determine who gets in. Speaking in the Akachi North constituency on Thursday, October 16th, as part of his thank you tour, Mr. Asiedu said the policy will restore professionalism and fairness within the country's security institutions. He said a reformed merit-driven security structure will not only inspire public confidence, but also ensure that Ghana's armed and protective forces remain loyal to the state and not to political parties. Now, we know that this is a major problem in Ghana, where we don't recruit people based on their merit, based on how competent they are, based on how well they can do their work. But then we recruit them based on political affiliation. Oh, my uncle is the member of parliament. He said he's bringing in someone. We don't even do a background research to find out whether this person is capable, whether this person was once living a life that is contrary to the roots. No, we don't do that. And then immediately we push the person into the sector. Now, when we take the security sector or institution as a whole, it's a very sensitive one. Because these people, I would say that they are our protectors. They guard our borders and ensure that we don't have these Boko Harams and people trooping into the country. They help in arresting criminals. Now, how do you arrest criminals when you recruit a criminal? You can't fight it. You want to arrest a criminal. You want to arrest a murderer. And then the people you are recruiting, they are criminals or they are murderers. How then are we going to solve the issue of, criminality in this country? It's not going to work. And so I think this is one thing that we need to focus on as a country. If you are recruiting people, whether in the security, whether in education, whether in health, in any institution, so long as it's under the care of the government, there need to be some basic checks. I remember those times before you'll be recruited into this criminal department, this investigation bureau and staffs, they'll bring their men to your community where you said you're coming from. According to what you've written in your CV, they'll go to your community without your knowledge. They'll speak to the people, ask questions. How do you behave? How do you carry yourself? Is there a life? They're not going to do it in a way that you suspect them. They will come as normal people, do their research, do everything. You'll be there and then they'll just call you. We are sorry. This work is not for you. Or they'll call you and then they'll congratulate you that you've gotten a job. But now those things do not exist. Why? Because we have people in high authority that can just call you and tell you that, oh, my boy is coming. He wants to be in the military. He wants to be in the police service. He wants to be a prison officer. And then bam, the person is being pushed there. No background research is being done. No investigation is being done about the person. We don't even focus on the qualification. Some time ago, they actually reviewed the services of some security personnel. And they found out that the results these people brought on board was not the needed requirement from the security services. But they were there. And they had no option than just to, let them go. And so we need to check this thing very well. And as I said, the security service or the security as an institution on its own is a very sensitive one. These people protect us. These people ensure that we don't get harmed. If today there are armed robbers in your house, who do you call? You don't call me, right? You call the police. If there is chaos somewhere, then we find out that it's beyond the control of the police. Who do we call? We call the military. We don't call any ordinary people. We call the military or we call the police. Because these are the people we know that they are dedicated for that particular activity. And imagine we have criminals and which I'm sure we have. We have criminals in our security. We have all sorts of people in this security services. How then are we going to fight the battle and win? That thing that we have in mind, that recruiting people based on whom you know. And it's true. Of late, if you don't know anybody in high office, forget it. No matter how good you are. If you like, come with 6 A's. Bring recommendation from lecturers, from people who actually sat down, wrote how they know you, how good you are. Forget it. If you don't know anybody in high authority that can actually take a phone without an official letter and make some calls with that record you have as a good student, you will end up on the street selling pure water because you don't know anyone. But that is not how it's supposed to be. And that is why we don't have competence people. People who are very competent. People with integrity. People who are transparent. People who we can hold accountable. That is why we don't have these people. We only have looters. Selfish gain. People who are in for only their interests. That is why we have these people in most of government institutions. Because they are there for themselves. And there is nothing you can do. Because the person who is giving the order is far ahead of you. And so when they are giving you the directive, you just have to abide by it. So if the chairman of the NDC is saying that this is what they are bringing up and this is what they want to work on as a target or as an aim or a goal of the current administration, then they should do it as so. They shouldn't recruit people based on party loyalty, based on party affiliation. No. Recruit people based on their qualification, based on their competence, based on their integrity. Thank you for making time with me on Davis Girl.